So I'd been on the board locally since about 2008, the local Colony Bank Board, and I came on the Colony Bank Corp Board in 2012, about the time that my dad was rolling off his chair.
Well, my father was one of the founding board members, helped organize the bank. And I can remember I was in college at the time the idea came about. So the formation of the bank and what was going on in that regard was a table conversation when I would come home from college. For our construction company, we developed a motto: we build good buildings at a profit if we can, if a loss if we must, but always good buildings. So that kind of was our guide, was that if we do things the right way, if we do our job the best that we can, the other things, including the financial side, takes care of itself. And that kind of spilled over into how I felt about the bank. You know, if we treat our people well, if we treat our customers, shareholders, team members well, then the other things will take care of themselves. That's not to say that we don't have to negotiate obstacles, the economic environment and all of that, but through it all, if you're taking care of people, doing your job to the best of your ability, things seem to work out at the end.
50 years is a big deal. Making it to 50 years is, for a bank that's our size, or also focused on such small communities, for us to be able to serve those communities for such a long time, and not only serve them but grow in that environment, I think it's a big deal. It kind of validates your business model. When we decided to expand, it kind of validates that it validates to me that expansion was worthwhile when you can make it 50 years after doing so. Community is the biggest thing that has consistently guided the bank, is be a part of the community. We really want to be a large community bank, and that sounds kind of a little bit like an oxymoron. The core goal of the bank is to be a large bank, but not be anything but a community bank. We really believe in community. We believe in the small communities. I mean, obviously there's some small communities that it's not feasible to have a physical presence in, but we want to try to bank those places, and we want to try to be close enough to them where we can bank those places. So I think that's the main goal for us going forward, is to continue to grow, but also not outgrow our smaller communities.
You have to realize this is a relationship business. It's about people, and if you ever lose sight of that, then you're lost. And we have another tenet of ours is that we always want to be a community bank. We want to be serving the people of the community and serving the community as a whole. So we feel that again, just taking care of those people and keeping in mind it's about making lives better is how we succeed. Many people remember what happened in 2008, 2009, and it was bad for business in general and banking in particular. And we had been in a growth mode, very successful. The bank was doing well, but then the environment just turned that all around. It happened to be at a time when we had a CEO that was of retirement age, and he didn't retire because of what was happening. It just happened to coincide. But we brought in the right person at that time to get us from that point where we had to basically rebuild the bank in many ways, and so picking the right person at a time when it was critical and working through those difficulties and was very important, and it worked out well for us. And you don't do that because it does transcend generations. You don't do that unless you make some good decisions about the group that comes behind the first group. And fortunately, whether it was the CEO or on down, good decisions were made in terms of who was going to lead the organization, the right people when board members had to be replaced, getting good new board members involved, but then the team right on down the line, just having good people makes a difference. And it's a people business, just like many businesses, and so you've got to have the right people, and then again, it's about making their lives better. That's what attracts them to you. That's how you keep them. But then that transcends on down to your customers, your shareholders, all of those involved.
I am the chairman of the technology committee, and I can't emphasize enough how much technology is going to change the banking industry, and we're going to try to stay out. And we'll never be on the bleeding edge of that. That's not our intentions to do that, but we certainly plan to stay up with current technology and provide that to our customers who demand it more and more. It's an important part. I think we have a great staff for that, and it's something that we can expand on and will continue to expand on. I just can't emphasize that enough, how big that's going to be going forward. I think generations to come will be less engaged personally in the bank and be more engaged electronically, and we've got to continue to foster that.
Colony family, I want to congratulate us all on reaching this 50-year milestone. We couldn't have done it without everyone that has contributed to this, going back to our original founders, our original customers and shareholders, team members, all the way to the ones that are around today. I'm pleased and excited to be part of the group, and it's all because of what individuals have done to make this happen. So to you all, thank you. God bless you.
Well, first of all, I want to thank all of our stockholders and customers who, for such a long time have been the same, one and the same. Our employees, one of the things that's most important to us is having a place that you can be proud to work at in our communities that we serve and be a part of those communities. And so everyone who's had the faith in Colony and the directors to do what's the best, not just for one of the entities, but for all, is a big deal. And we've had a lot of support for that, and I really appreciate it.